What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at quite an undervalued altcoin called Polkadot, which we've done a few videos on already. But before we jump into that, I just want to quickly cover a few trades that we have currently going on. One of them is this Polkadot trade, again from this low right here, which is also quite correlated with this low. Currently up roughly 12% unleveraged, 13% unleveraged. With leverage, we're sitting at roughly 150% profit. We have the H-bar trade currently running. This is sitting at roughly 700% profit. We have the XRP trade running, still not hit our stop loss. It's currently at 800% profit. A lot of other trades, again Solana, this hit our take profit actually just yesterday. This hit our take profit at 1000% profit, which you can see on the screen right now. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, lots of trades running in a lot of profit right now, and the market is actually coming up quite heavily just as I've started making this video. If we go on the 15-minute chart here, you can see Bitcoin has started to actually rally quite heavily, which is really good to see. Now Polkadot has suffered quite in daily, during really December and into 2025. It's been hurt quite heavily from Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin altcoins dumping, and just the overall market. It hasn't really been, Polkadot's sentiment, which is a bit of a shame. It is quite a good altcoin, I think. We've been watching and accumulating Polkadot for quite a few years. We've been in crypto for quite a few years as well, but overall Polkadot's been, a coin that I've seen many times. I've seen it go up, I've seen it go down, which most recently it has. And the main accumulation that we really had was actually last year in November, when we were accumulating at $3.86. So even at these lows that we're at right now at $6.80, we're still nearly a 2x from our entry points, which again, all of the trades and entry points have been sent into the Discord, which we're updating every single day. We're sending out trades every single day and everything like that. If you want, you can join up. It'll be the first link in the description. You can see on the screen just how many wins we're getting. Yeah, you don't want to miss out on any of those. But even from the lows that we were buying and calling Polkadot at, we're still up heavily, and we're not even close to selling yet because it's got such a long way to go still. And we even held through being 3, 4, 5x up at the highs here. So yeah, we've definitely seen a lot on Polkadot. Now, as for this shorter term trade, I'm just going to let it run, to be fully honest. The entire market is bullish. Vitho is quite an outlier today. It's up over 100%. But yeah, the entire market is very bullish. We've got now a very pro crypto president in the United States. The SEC announced the SEC Crypto 2.0 with new regulations, new laws, and everything like that, which a lot of people might think is bearish, but it's actually quite bullish because a crypto heavy president is going to be behind that sort of SEC for the next 4 years. So yeah, it's definitely going to shape the future of cryptocurrency. It's definitely here to stay. We have huge institutions now investing. New ETFs are going to be applied for and settled and approved. So yeah, everything is looking like it's shaping out quite okay, especially for Q1 of 2025. So everything is here to stay. As for the shorter term trade, we are just going to keep holding it, simply because we have a lot of trades running right now. We've taken a lot of profit, and we still have a lot of profit left in trades. The trade is already risk free from here. We're up. How much are we up? We're up 12% on leverage. We'll leverage like 150% profit. So we're already setting our stops into the profit levels. And that's what we always do. Essentially, we enter a trade. We have our stop losses. We don't enter a trade with any stop loss, but we're monitoring the trade very closely upon entry. Again, our entry was here, and we're constantly raising the stop loss up and up and up, as it gets more into profits. And if it does reverse, we're there ready to close out if the trade looks like it's not going our way. But in most cases, the trades do go our way because of the strategy we have, which is getting a higher time frame narrative and then finding a lower time frame entry. So here we have clearly a bullish narrative, not just in the technical sense, but also in the fundamental sense that Donald Trump is now president. We had the inauguration yesterday, lots and lots of bullish catalysts. Then we go into a lower time frame. We find a previous order block. We then enter on the order block. We can even get a fair value gap, enter off the fair value gap, supply and demand levels. You can do absolutely anything on the lower time frame. As long as the higher time frame narrative is there and you have a good strategy for the lower time frame, you know, preferably some sort of smart money trading strategy, I'd recommend. Again, we teach all of that in the Discord, but yeah, it just depends on how you want to play it. Now, the longer term trade that we have, which is the spot positions from, you know, the lows, those we're also going to keep holding. There's no reason to sell right now. We don't want to sell early. We've staked up our Polkadot. We are getting very good returns on Polkadot. I don't want to lie now, but I think it's like 15 to 20% APR, so you know, earning 15 to 20% plus Polkadot rising in value. I think it's a steal. And yeah, I mean, we've already earned like 2x from just buying and holding Polkadot, and we've probably earned another maybe 40% just from the staking. So yeah, everything's looking up quite well. Another thing we do need to take a look at though is Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin dominance has got us in a bit of a scare right now. It is at these highs, and it does need to actually drop below this low in order for all altcoins to really flourish. Again, you know, if you're new to the channel and you're new to crypto, then the way this works is when Bitcoin dominance is rising, altcoins are usually dumping. That is because Bitcoin dominance shows us the inflow of capital into Bitcoin, you know, compared to the inflow of money into altcoins and Ethereum. And if it's rising, it means there's more of an inflow into Bitcoin and an outflow out of altcoins. And when it's dumping, it's showing us that there's more of an inflow into altcoins. Now, the time that the market is most bullish and in the most favorable position for altcoins is when Bitcoin is able to rise, or at least stay stagnant but mostly rise, and Bitcoin dominance is able to drop. That way, it shows us that people are still investing into Bitcoin, it's still rising, but altcoins ultimately have the attention. And that is when you'll see altcoins pop off and we enter an alt season, which is essentially what happened in 2021 when we had Solana go from, I don't want to lie here, we went from, you know, $2 to $258. We had metaverse coins go from, you know, a few cents to tens of dollars. It was an absolutely bizarre time, and that's what's going to happen again this year in a just slightly different way. It's going to be different narratives being focused on. I think a lot of the OG coins are going to see their time now, because in 2021 they struggled severely, like XRP, maybe even Polkadot. You know, Polkadot went from $4 to $55. So I'm not saying that we're going to head back to $55 again, because I think Polkadot is an inflationary token. So yeah, maybe we go to $25, $30. That is still a 5x away from here. So overall, I think Polkadot is still very undervalued. You know, it's still the same token it was back then with just a bit more inflation. It's got a stronger team now. It's got great fundamentals. There's staking rewards behind it. The entire market is bullish. I don't see a way where Polkadot, you know, doesn't at least go to $15, $20. So yeah, I think it's quite a risk-free investment from there, especially from our initial entry here at, you know, $4 to $3.80. So it looks quite good overall. Now, again, it's not just reliant on Polkadot. It is also reliant on Bitcoin and how Bitcoin moves. So if we take a look at Bitcoin here, you can see it's approaching its all-time high again. Now, I'll remove this from the inauguration, but we hit an all-time high yesterday at the inauguration at $109,000 and $918. So that shows that there's going to be a lot of selling orders at 110. Again, the way this usually works is even numbers will usually have the most buy and sell orders. You know, I doubt when you're buying or trying to sell your coins, you're trying to sell at like you know, $11.32. You're most likely going to try and sell at $10, $15, $20, something like that. And that's the same way for everyone else. So when the market sees that, there's essentially not enough liquidity in the market to facilitate all of those orders. So the people that place them slightly underneath, you know, they're usually the traders with more knowledge and more capital. So they'll be placing them at these sort of levels where it's more intrinsic numbers like 10961, 102.3, you know, very precise numbers. That way their orders are definitely going to be hit first. They might pay slightly large fees, but your orders are essentially going to be front run. So yeah, there's a lot of sell orders at 110 just from looking at the chart. I don't have to look at the heat map just yet, but we will be taking a look probably very soon. So yeah, that's what we're going to be keeping an eye out for, how it responds to 110,000. Now, I mentioned this in the morning, I believe, but we need to break through 114,000 on Bitcoin in order for it to be continuously bullish. As long as we're over 100,000 though, it's quite good, because it's, again, a psychological level. People like seeing six-figure Bitcoin. It looks good. It's good in the head. There's lots of, you know, press that can be released about Bitcoin being over 100,000. Yeah, it's just a very good number. So once we go over 114, we should be looking quite bullish as well. And Polkadot, easily next targets are going to be at least $7.40, $7.50, roughly at these highs right here at the 0.5 level on the fib. Once we break through that, the main target, I say main target, I mean the more difficult target is $8.70. This was previously quite a severe resistance level. Then after that, it's quite a smooth sailing ride to $9.93, $11.89 as well. So yeah, that's what we have for Polkadot. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Again, if you want to be getting trades sent to you every single day, check out the Discord down below. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade any sort of cryptocurrency for the lowest fees and the best sign up rewards, check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.